And onto the sideline, the passion of head coach Dick Curl. No team has ever gone on to the World Bowl after starting a season 1-4, as coincidence would have it. 5 years ago, Frankfurt, under a Hall of Famer and Ernie Stotner, did win the championship after a 1-3 start.
Well, this is a real pivotal game for Frankfurt, like we discussed. Dick Curl says you can't lose to the same team twice and make it to the World Bowl. This is their chance today.
They will field it first. Rob Hart, we're underway. Corey Ivy, one of the top 10 kick returners in this league, out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. So here come the Galaxy, looking to end a 4-game losing slide. Corey Blackwell on that tackle. Pat Barnes ranked second in NFL Europe in quarterback efficiency, better than 60% across the front. Rob Murphy on allocation from the Chiefs. Robert Hunt takes over for an injured Justin Burrows at center. Corey Thomas from Miami, a wide receiver. Norman Miller from the Redskins. And the all-league tight end is Werner Hippler, the native of Germany. First play of the game.
Frankfurt immediately going to the 3-wide package.
Nearly picked off. That's Matt Finkus.
That's something they didn't do last time. They were bringing out new. Dick Curl told us about it last night. They're going to play 3 wide receivers to the field and put the tight end on the backside to the boundary.
The Claymores lead the league in interceptions. Here their front wall, Noel Scarlett from the Pats, Antonio Dingle from the Carolina Panthers, anchored in front. They call this foursome the Hounds. Glover from Tennessee, Finkus, nearly an early interception. You saw to John Hess, and that secondary. 2nd and 10. Walking up the blitz. Flags fly.
Out.
They may have encroached the neutral zone. And that's Michael Mason on the stop. And that, too, is our referee today, is assigned by the National Football League. Kirk Dornan officiating in Murrayfield.
First play out of the box, Frankfurt was showing what they're going to plan on doing today. They're going to try and take advantage of the fact that Scotland likes to move their defensive backs around.
Number 50, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
And by moving those defensive backs around a lot, gives problems to the quarterback. By putting 3 wides to one side and starting them there, that's going to make Scotland declare what they're going to do.
Offensive coordinator of the Scottish Claymores, Earl Moore. Matt Finkus has had his hands on the ball once, dropped the interception. Then offsides. 2nd down now and 5. And that trip set. Top of your screen, Matt. Straight ahead. That defense spread out a bit, and Norman Miller, a running back on allocation from the Washington Redskins, is brought down by Tom Tovo in the interior. It'll be 3rd down, and a new package comes in defensively from the Claymores.
Right there, you're seeing the 3 wide set, but they ran the ball this time back to the inside. That's going to be the changeup. They're going to run it weak.
Just try and spread the field, create running lane.
Exactly.
So possession snap, and again the same set. Against the blitz, Barnes unloads, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And Chris Bain along with McElberry. Outstanding free safety in double coverage. Werner could not make the play, and the punting unit will come on.
Pat Barnes told us last night he was going to be looking for the quick first option in this offense with the 3 wides.
So there to kick, Nick Gallery, Kansas City Chief. As he kicks to Damon Gibson, one of the league's best. And from his 20, he gets a leveling block. It springs him out to the 30, 31-yard line. Quite a collision behind him. And the nice return. He ranks 6th in the league, does Gibson.
Scotland were first on the board with this sign for TD. The extra point was good, so the Claymores were 7-0 in front. But then Corey Thomas grabbed this TD pass, and the extra point made it 7-all.
This is a situation Daft is not
knocked away from behind. That's a fumble. It's recovered by Frankfurt. Charles Preston stripped it free. Knocked out of the hands of Kevin Daft. A big turnover at the 15-yard line.
This isn't necessarily Kevin's fault at this point. The ends get upfield, start turning the corner. as we'll see in the end zone shot. See the guy coming off the end here. He's going to get all the way up and around and get a hand on Kevin as he tries to release the ball.
Preston strips it. Big Henry Taylor puts 303 pounds around it, too, to recover for Frankfurt.
That's a lot of weight to be moving around. Good alertness by him.
Yeah, big turnover now. Claymores have avoided turnovers. And Frankfurt with a great opportunity now. Jump out in front. Barnes' hands. Stuffed. Losing yardage.
Hold it.
And a flag down to Norman Miller's going nowhere. Michael Mason. And a hold as well.
Out of this formation with 3 wides, tight end opposite, they've run the ball 3 times. All 3 times have been back towards the tight end.
We have the 2 best defensive teams, statistically speaking, in NFL Europe on display today. It'll be tough to move the ball on the ground for either.
Here's a stat for you. No first-ranked defense has ever made it to the World Bowl.
We've been deep into those notes this week.
First week press
Holding
release.
offense number 77, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
That is Jay Hayden, the left tackle for Frankfurt.
You see the left tackle right here. He's going to try and hook block his man. But he's going to get his arms just a little bit too wide. Yeah, see, you can't grab outside the pads like it. Oh, there it is right there. So when you start losing a man, let go. Let go. Take a 5-yard loss.
10-yard penalty here. Barnes is nimble. Throws it away. He was outside of the pocket and able to unload it incomplete.
Not a smart play by Jabbar Treats there.
And another flag. At a personal foul, roughing the passer.
That's going to be Treats.
Against the Claymores. Here's what happened.
Barnes is going to come out of the quarterback, out of the pocket. Hey, there might be a hold right there. 1, 2. Yep.
Well, that gives them another first down. After they had been in a hole, it would have been 2nd and 20. Instead now, it's first and, well, they mark it about 1st and 8. And Barnes and Frankfurt can earn the first down if they reach the 3-yard line.
Here we go. Galaxy right, 860.
So first down. Off the personal foul. On out, timeout. The officials and the chain gang need to get in sync. Symphony and Kurt Dordan will stop it. There you go.
With these mics we have on the quarterback, we're able to hear that this formation, when they put 3 wides to a side, is going to be called Galaxy. So the rest of the day, we hear Galaxy right or left. You know they're going to put 3 wides to the side he calls.
So it'll be first down and 10 rather than 8. First down and 10 at the 12-yard line.
70 pats on 1-on-1, right?
Reaches the 2, he has it first. Barnes has thrown 1 touchdown pass already this quarter.
Blue 5. Blue 5.
Bailey underneath. Nope.
Out of the back of the end zone for Todd Floyd. Being covered by Corey Blackwell. It's 2nd down for Dick Curl.
That right there was a great route for Bailey because it had him coming underneath. He started the middle slot receiver, coming underneath the inside receiver, and he's manned up by a linebacker. I'll take Mario Bailey manned up on a linebacker any day.
So now naked slam, the call radioed in to Pat Barnes.
Now they're in a 2 tight formation.
Does he bootleg with it?
Should be a boot.
There he goes.
There's the naked.
Rolling, throwing, his tight end has it, and scores. Justin Swift, and swiftly off the turnover. It's the Galaxy by a touchdown.
This is something Scotland can ill afford to happen. If they give up too many points early to Frankfurt, their offense really isn't the type of offense that's going to put a lot of points on the board.
Pat Barnes finding Justin Swift, who now will snap the ball to Ralph Kleiman. Special teams. Pat Barnes has already thrown 2 first-quarter touchdowns. And Kleiman has kicked 2 first-quarter extra points. The Galaxy, who have lost 4 straight, but still the reigning World Bowl champions, lead
A shot.
the Scottish Claymores here in Murrayfield.
Hey, Corey.
Here you're going to see backside 10 in is going to come down and fake block, and then he's going to peel out. He gets what's called leverage on the defensive back, Blaine Miguel Murray.
Nobody lining up on the inside guy.
I know, I'm your Galaxy.
Yeah.
All right.
We have a microphone on Pat Barnes, who has handled the yeoman's share of the quarterback duties in the first quarter this season and produced those kind of points this year. He's got him off to a good start consistently.
Well, Scotland
have,
didn't see them last time they played earlier
You
this
can
year.
dry it up, don't you?
Yeah,
Throw something on there. I don't want anything on there.
Looks like Pat's got a little boo-boo on the elbow, though.
It's on his throwing arm.
Hey.
You see, back when I played, you just rub a little dirt in it, stops the bleeding. You're fine.
Jim Kreiner.
Yep.
Stop the bleeding.
Hey, listen now, they're bringing the outside rusher. They're bringing the outside rusher a lot, so be alert now for your Falcons whenever you need it, okay?
Falcon is probably a slide the line call, what Kreiner was just describing.
And the kick will come down to the 15-yard line, back to the 14, and working out to the 20. On the return, David Gibson. From that point, his offense takes over. New additions this week. That includes Donald Sellers, Steve Cyphers.
You know, Scotland is at a tremendous disadvantage because 2 weeks ago they needed these guys, but because of the United Kingdom and the way they work, it takes 10 days to get a green card for these gentlemen to come over and work, to get the work visa.
A work permit
work
here.
Visa, pardon me.
Because once you're in this league, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to come and play as a professional.
Barcelona, the German teams, Amsterdam, they can have them here the next day.
Odell Taylor now in uniform this afternoon, and here is Aaron Stecker popping out to the 30-yard line. Stop made too by Jens Allers, German national left tackle, number 71. Gain on the play of 9 on first down. There's Allers at 6'6", 320 pounds. The tallest defensive lineman.
That's why I retired.
Yeah. Change your attitude when you're looking up at somebody. On the draw, stripped the tackle and chopped down in the backfield. Coming is Anthony Cobbs off the edge. Frankfurt, like a number of teams, will take a defensive back like Cobbs and play him up at the line of scrimmage. What are they accomplishing there?
Here we go. We need that.
Right here, you're going to see Scott Curry out at deep and an offensive tackle. He's going to get beat inside right there, and that's what's going to kill a draw play. He should have maybe recognized it because, like you said, Cobbs was lined up on the outside, threatening to blitz. If Cobbs blitz on the outside, that defensive end is going to have to pinch.
That's third down. Close to 2. Snell lost the ball, turned it over. Tony Maranto has recovered for Frankfurt.
He was down.
Frankfurt has the football for a second time, and you hear the Claymores screaming that Snell was down. He was not. It belongs to the Galaxy.
That's the call. There's no replay over here. Another one of the 4 rules.
Jim Kreiner's team jumped out in front. Tony Maranto on that defensive forced 2 turnovers, scored 2 touchdowns. Have the ball back again for the offense. Great field position.
Here you're going to see it's just a simple off-tackle play. They're going to pull a guard around, and Snell gets hit right on the ball by the defensive back up there. See right there, he's stretching. It's a big no-no for a running back who's trying to stretch with his arm.
Second effort. First down. Barnes thinking end zone. Thinking a 3rd touchdown pass. Yes! Todd Floyd hauls it in.
Woo! Woo! Light him up, baby! Woo!
Pat Barnes may be showing he's ready to play today.
Corey
Is there enough
Blackwell
time for him to get another series in?
He might here in the first quarter. 3 touchdown passes in the first quarter.
3 different receivers.
That includes Todd Floyd.
There's that 2 for Floyd.
That would be his 3rd touchdown pass of the season. Corey Thomas, the tight end, and Justin Swift. And now Todd Floyd. And it is 21-7 as Blackwell was burned by Floyd on the play.
Right here, you're just going to see the receivers just go deep. Just run deep routes. Bailey's going to stay underneath from the inside there. Defensive backs for Scotland just don't seem to try and stop.
Blackwell tries to stay with
Corey
it.
Blackwell has got to. He tried to redirect at the line, getting a little shuck on him. But what he's got to do if he misses the shuck or he doesn't really redirect, he's got to get it on his course and run because he's the outside receiver. He doesn't have deep help.
Todd Floyd, a tall target. He's 6'3", maybe overshadowed by the other receivers in this league. He might be the fastest man offensively in a Galaxy uniform.
Well, this three wide package is certainly doing a number on Scotland. They certainly weren't prepared for it, and this is something Galaxy has had a chance to work on all week long.
What's the Big Bang theory of the universe involving the galaxies?
Entropy.
Well, we've seen
Disorder, you create order.
Boom. 3 touchdowns in 4 minutes. That's the Big Bang.
That's effective.
They chopped the kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 26-yard line by Chris Bain.
I'm not a real big fan of what Chris Bain did right there. He's up on the front line because he's not a receiver. Let the guy who's deep, is supposed to catch the ball, run up, catch it, and get a few positive yards.
Well, his Claymores, who have lost 3 fumbles all season coming into this game, have already coughed it up twice in the first quarter. Very uncharacteristic the way they have played this first 15 minutes.
Here we go. We're going to go Trey right, King, 96 slant, all one.
That's the 96 slant play, so there's their cannon formation. Run's going to be off to the right.
Blue and red, hop.
On first down, Stecker.
Oh,
Fumble.
Lost the ball, the 3rd turnover. Picked up by Taylor, out of bounds. What has happened to the Claymores? 3 fumbles in 5 games, 3 today in the first quarter.
Absolutely inexcusable. Maybe someone check Aaron Stecker's hand, see if he's got Vaseline on it or something, because that's 2 for him.
And what was Dick Curl saying? Only those, flag is down, that want to
Sell their soul.
Sell their soul today and play all out. After you've lost 4 in a row, you've been embarrassed, you're the reigning league champions.
Like I said, is there enough time for Pat Barnes to put another drive in?
They put 4, that would be a record. 4 in 1 quarter. Here's Kirk Jordan.
After the play was over, taunting, offense number 96, 15-yard penalty. It'll still be 1st and 10.
That is Henry Taylor on allocation with the Lions. He recovers the fumble, and heck, he's just celebrating what he did.
He's just going to pursue down the line, pursue. You see him at the bottom of the screen. There's the ball. Whoops, here I am. He's a defensive lineman. He's not used to picking it up and running with it. So he gets a couple positive yards here, gets run out. Here you're going to see, this is a pretty good play for Scotland. Stecker's able to turn the corner. Oh, as he went to tuck it away, he just lost the handle.
Here comes Barnes from the 39. Out of the backfield he throws. Good move, Norman Miller. Norman Miller, the running back, down to the 22-yard line. Seldom throw to him, but a first down gain there.
That was just a variation off sending those 3 receivers all deep. They ran the running back underneath where the hole was created.
Turn around. Galaxy 2. Opportunistic defense, forcing 3 turnovers, and that trips formation. 3 receivers. Bottom of your screen for Barnes. Blitz coming. Miller. Wrapped up, dropped by Michael Mason. That is Mason's 3rd tackle of this first quarter that has less than a minute in it.
I think if you're going to run the ball against this formation, or in this formation, you're not going to be able to run the draw because they're already teeing off trying to get upfield for the pass. That creates problems in the draw, especially up the middle.
Tom Sula, offensive line coach.
Very enthusiastic guy.
Head on backwards.
Watch the safety. Blue 5. Blue 5.
buys some time. Throws. First down to the 12-yard line. Kevin Daft. Check that. Gregory Span, level 2 by Marcus Ray.
Good job by Gregory Span creating a hole in the zone. When he saw Barnes running out of the pocket, he immediately went and looked for a hole back inside because Bailey was headed outside. He's the deeper receiver. He either has to run to the end zone or come back inside for a hole.
Gregory Span with his first reception of the season. Everything is going Frankfurt's way. A tremendous first quarter in Scotland for Pat Barnes' 3 first-quarter touchdown passes.
You're going to see Pat right here. He keeps his eyes downfield on the receivers the entire time. Feels the rush, steps out, delivers the ball, which is a great strike. You see the receiver coming back across the field where the hole was. That's a good job.
Pat Barnes' numbers all in the first quarter, 3 touchdown passes here. Coming off a week in which he had struggled in a loss last week to Barcelona, beaten at home. Threw 3 interceptions, was embarrassed. This is a different team than last Saturday night in Frankfurt. On both sides of the football.
Both sides. Blue 5! Blue 5!
Go to the second quarter. And Barnes wants to return to the end zone. Nearly caught. Corey Thomas came ever so close to his second touchdown pass. Blackwell there defending. The good hit, 53, was
down.
John Hess that he was complimenting as the Claymore is shaken up. Into Hawthorne. There is Dewan. It's this hit that linebacker John Hess lays on Barnes.
That's football right there.
There you go.
You know, and the difference between that and the one that drew the penalty from Jabbar Threets is that he was there as the ball was released. Threets actually had a couple of steps.
And now Hawthorne, an outstanding corner who is tied for the league lead in interception from Blaine McElmurray, his teammate. He's able to walk off.
If Hawthorne goes down for any significant period of time, this could get pretty ugly for the Scottish defense.
They got to put in Cordell Taylor now.
Yeah, not that any of these guys are subpar, but certainly when you lose someone who has the leadership of Dewan Hawthorne in the backfield, the defensive backfield, someone who you feel you can man up one-on-one with Mario Bailey.
Cordell Taylor arrived just this week. Allocation from the Bears. Scottish Claymores put what they're calling their best secondary in the history of the franchise on the field, and Barnes is riddling them through the air. Learning the best. Haas sweep. Norman Miller. And it's Cordell Taylor up on the corner to make the stop. Corners have to come up and play the run. That's easier said than done.
That's the one play I thought that Frankfurt really should run when they run the ball against this defense is the quick pitch to this tight end side, because so far,
all right, here we go.
So far, Frankfurt or Scotland hadn't had anyone on the outside.
8-7 pylon on one-on-one, right?
Here's the pylon play again. You're probably going to see the inside receiver, which would be Corey Thomas, come all the way across the formation again into the corner. He's going to come right like that.
Blue 5.
Mario Bailey in the slot as well, stumbling as Barnes, and he'll stay down. And just for good measure, Jabbar Threets knocked part of the wind out of it. Stumbled coming out from center.
Looks like his own feet here. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Whether he caught some soft pitch or what. Looks like he may have even twisted an ankle pretty good. He's hobbling off.
We should see Ted White then. The other quarterback here for Dick Curl on is Ralph Kleinman. He's hit 4 this year. This effort here from 35 yards out, and that is good as well. 24-7.
Both teams swap punts on their next possession, so let's pick up the action on Scotland's next drive.
Checking in now for the Scottish Claymores, Donald Sellers in a wide receiver position. Wide to the far side of this formation.
4-25! Hut!
On first down. Crandell throws short. It hit the turf for Damon Gibson. Crandell is 0 for 2, trying to find the wide receiver out of Iowa.
Last night, that's the route Marcus said he likes to throw. Talking to him, he said he likes to throw the curl and the out. That was about a 12-yard out. He didn't get the ball there.
Let's go deuce right, 325, dragging on one.
Jim Kreiner made it a point to emphasize that he and Daft are going to alternate more time, more evenly.
Should
Crandall's
be a 3-step drop.
Nah, 38. Hut.
There's your drop and a completion, and it's Donald Sellers. Newly back in silver and blue on the short completion, and a nice hand here as he gets up.
Sellers does a nice job. This is what's called a dragon route. You just drive off, find the hole. Good delivery by Crandell there. That's what they needed on second down. They needed to pick up a decent-sized chunk, but certainly not all of it.
A year ago, nearly 1,000-yard receiver in a 10-game season. Donald Sellers. First catch today. They need 4 on third down. Blitz picked up, and the catch is made by Ricky Brady. And the tight end paddles his way out across the 30-yard line to the 31. First down, Scotland.
It's a great job by Crandell here, or Crandell, anticipating that Brady's going to be the man open. He takes his drop, he reads his progression. Number 1, Ricky Brady.
A week ago when they lost at Ryan, Ricky Brady failed to touch the football. This big tight end out of Oklahoma is the best yards per catch average of any Claymore receiver. Big part of the offense. Crandell unloads. Deep to Sellers, and he could not hold on. At the 25-yard line, he had gotten behind the Frankfurt Galaxy defense.
That's why they brought him in here. They needed a man to get deep. That was him. Maybe because he's only been here a couple of days. Does a great job driving through. And just couldn't quite come down with it.
That's selling out with a great effort. Laid out after racing past Quincy Coleman, the corner. On second down. Swinging it out of the backfield. Stecker. That's the first down. Stecker is the 5th leading receiver in NFL Europe.
That play for an NFL team is like a run. When you swing a running back out of the backfield and just float him the ball out in the flat, it's like a run. It's like a handoff for these guys. They throw it so well, so often. You get the ball in the hands of Stecker again, but this time an open field to make and create.
And a gain of 15 yards. Nothing wrong with that.
Blue 88. Blue 88. Hut.
Off play action. Crandell throws back to the ball, Snell through his arms. Not exactly the way that it was drawn up on the blackboard this week. Preparation for this game. Nearly worked though.
That one was a little ill-advised by Marcus there. It was the right idea. He's trying to get out there and create something though.
Deuce left. 324 Thunder.
Again, this is going to be a 3-step drop, 300 series, 324. Most NFL teams say their 300 protections are their 3-step drops. So you can see the quarterback go 1, 2, 3 and throw the Thunder route. We'll see what the Thunder route is.
Blue 89. Hut.
Blitz coming. And Sellers should not have had to have fallen down, except the pass was high when he snared it.
Well, that's probably because Crandell and Sellers haven't had a lot of plays together, so he wasn't exactly sure where he was going to be on that route.
Either individually or collectively this year, because Daft has handled the majority of the snaps so far this year.
Deuce left.
At quarterback.
Bear. Blue 88. Blue 88. Hut.
Crandell throws to Gibson to the 39-yard line, and now the Claymores are beginning to march, beginning to move the ball.
They're feeling a little bit of rhythm. They're protecting the quarterback just a touch better. You heard Marcus Crandell yell bear, bear, bear when he got up underneath center. On the replay, you'll see that it's 1, 2, 3 guys right in the middle like they used to do in Chicago. That's for the Bears. Great job by Steckley there, cutting out the legs of the linebacker so Crandell could deliver the ball.
The old 46 defense, Gary Fenton.
Buddy Ryan.
191. Hut.
Stecker. He changes direction as well as any running back in this league, doesn't he?
He's very nifty. He's nifty like a Barry Sanders. He's nifty like a Warwick Dunn, which is where he's headed this summer when he's done here.
In Tampa, trying to compete for a job. Raheem Abdullah also be in that mix for Tony Dungy, a team that went to the NFC's championship game. 5 games, 108 touches. As our broadcast associate Wayne Wilson reminds us, that's better than 20 a game.
Blue 89.
Handling the ball a lot.
The more he handles it, the better off they are. He's dangerous whenever he gets it in his hand. That right there is a page out of Frankfurt's own playbook. They came out in 3 wides to the field and ran what we called the pylon route last time that Frankfurt runs, dragged that inside receiver all the way across the field.
That inside receiver was Celicio Sanford, textbook gain of 29. That ball was thrown on a rope as well.
That's the confidence builder Crandell needs. You'll see the inside receiver just take up across the field at the top of the screen there. Good throw, good catch. First down.
And first and goal.
Blue 88. Hut.
Crandell looking to march the Claymores into the end zone, will be sacked back outside the 10 at the 11-yard line by Henry Taylor. Henry Taylor has a sack to go with that fumble recovery here in the first half on allocation from Detroit.
That's a good job by Taylor hustling.
Loss of 4 on the play. It's the 4th sack as well of Claymore quarterbacks in the first half.
438. Hut.
Blitz right up the pipe.
Allen to Stecker. Great call. Pelted forward to the 3-yard line. And it's 3rd and goal.
If you can protect it initially, the screen's the way to go because you get guys coming up the middle, you pump them once, and out comes the running back, and your immediate support, the linebackers, are already past the line of scrimmage in the offensive backfield, so they've got to double track back to cover the screen. That's a great call by the offensive coordinator, Vince Alcalay.
An important play here, too. 3rd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Blue 88. Hut.
Stecker picked his way into the end zone. Glides in for 6. The second touchdown of the first half. Aaron Stecker, who leads the league in scoring, has his 8th touchdown of the year.
A miscommunication on the sideline for Frankfurt sends a defensive lineman out there late, and they run right where he happened to not be.
Rob Hart has nailed all 16 extra points he has attempted this season. Make it 17. And it's a 24-14 game. Jim Cantaloupe bobbled it, picks it up, and takes off the 20-yard line. And Snell on special teams with the stop. Jimmy Cantaloupe coming back from major surgery a year ago, injured in the first game of the season, and missed out on the majority of the year for what turned out to be a championship season in Frankfurt. Kurt Dornan. Oh, they got to lose some hands against the Galaxy.
Cantaloupe mishandling that kickoff kind of brings up a point that Dick Curl brought up with us last night in meetings. He said, you need more players over here because right now,
Illegal block in the back during the return. Number 19, penalty is half the distance to the goal line. It'll be a first down, 2-minute warning.
Second half of the season in NFL Europe, Barcelona winning last night over Amsterdam. Jack Bicknell's team now at 500, 3-3, and look at the surprise here. Ryan Fire in first place. Scott Milanovic for Berlin has thrown a touchdown pass.
Parity in all the NFL leagues.
21-7, certainly. Scott Milanovic, like Aaron Secker, allocated to Berlin for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ted White returns at quarterback. Hands to Michael Blair, who is wrapped up. Less than 2 minutes to go, and the clock is stopped. There is Blair. Had a 61-yard game a week ago against Barcelona. He is capable of picking up some yards for us. He's tough running inside.
I think he's pretty dangerous back there in the backfield for him. You know, he's got 10 receptions for 42 yards, but I think somehow or another they need to get the ball in his hands a little bit more often. I know you've got Thomas and Bailey and Floyd, but I think Blair would complement them real well coming out of the backfield or getting him on the corner with the ball, even though he is a little bit big.
Big curl and his quarterback.
All right, hurry up, let's go, go. It's over.
Back goes White. Carl Peterson, president of the Kansas City Chiefs, very involved with this league. He has sent a number of players here. This includes White now.
Good fake on this, Mike.
And he has reaped the rewards.
We got over
Mike
right,
Maslowski
over right.
came back and was his rookie of the year last year.
Good fake, all right?
Kansas City, now he sends White to Europe.
Bad. No, change. No.
Near the goal line, out of the backfield, caught by Justin Swift. Hauled in a touchdown pass in the first half. Some operating room now at the 20-yard line. 1:40 to play in the first half.
You know, I spoke to Jimmy Ray last week. He's the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs about Ted White specifically. He says he's got a fantastic arm. The velocity, the accuracy, just a cannon coming out of his right shoulder. But the problem was that his experience when it comes from playing at Howard University, stepping into the NFL, was a huge void. It was a tremendous step. And what he thinks over here is the experience of things like this.
Over left, 25. Tell everybody it's full. Everybody's coming. Over left, 25.
Things like this are going to make him a possible quarterback of the future a couple years down the road for Kansas City.
Jim Kreiner, other side of the field. He has a quarterback platoon working too this afternoon. And Crandell and
We
Daft.
move the ball down, and we just got to clock it.
But those three first quarter turnovers, the difference so far. Leading to 17 points. He trails 24-14. Here comes Blair. Told you he could run. Out to the 40 near midfield. And a first down. McElmurray on the stop after he rumbles for 30 yards.
That's probably a long for him on the year.
You're right.
Probably is. But this is exactly what Frankfurt wants to do right now. They want to run the ball. They don't necessarily have to get any more points on the board. Deep down in where they just were, but before that snap, they couldn't afford a turnover.
Three-man rush. Claymores drop back, pulling it down White. He'll be sacked. At the 49-yard line, Jabbar threes. Very active and aggressive in this first half.
It's a good hustle play by Threets. He came up around the corner, had to double back and then get into White's arm. That right there was the inexperience of Ted White. A guy who's played a lot, got a lot of snaps. He has an internal clock going on in his head. He takes his drop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it's a 5-step drop, and he knows he can hitch, and then he's got to get rid of it one way or another. Here's the run by Blair. That's a great job by the left guard, Rob Murphy there. He's allocated from Kansas City. And it's good open field speed by Michael Blair. That's 240 pounds rumbling and stumbling at you.
Jim Kreiner, standing defensive coordinator, as an assistant.
They are back.
from the 49 on second down. And less than a minute to go. Blair. He's looking to make the transition from an H-back and a blocker to that of a running back. He was able to salvage a yard or two. Ward on the end, Tarver from the secondary on the tackle.
So long as he stays in bounds right now, he's safe.
Ralph Kleinman has kicked a 50-yard field goal. They do have timeouts to the Frankfurt Galaxy.
Let's go. We got overright. 860 speedy on one, right?
Took a while,
hey,
didn't it? Get this on.
You got to see. Turn.
Already down inside of 20 seconds now.
No,
White down the middle of the field. There was contact. The ball ruled uncatchable, thrown in the direction of Swift. The 15-yard line, only 8 seconds remain. A while to get that play off following the running effort.
Well, I think they were running the clock down on purpose at that point. I don't think they're in any sort of hurry right now, being up by 10. Feeling pretty confident right now.
Or any thought of perhaps a field goal here? You know, this is a two-possession game as we near the end of the first half.
Well, they took their shot down the field when it was third down. Right now, they're just going to, looks as though they're lining up for punt just to get rid of the ball. If they're smart, going to kick it away from any sort of returner, but Scotland's putting 2 guys back.
This Galaxy team has not won since opening day. They've dropped 4 in a row since they began the season with a victory at Berlin. A team that won the league title a year ago. And the Scottish Claymores are, well, they'll welcome an opportunity to handle the football one more time. Final play perhaps on special teams of the first half.
There's a little confusion out on the field. Matt Finkus is yelling back towards the sideline. I think they're short a man.
They were short of, and the guy he said get in there too, Wayne Benoit. Special teams. Nick Gallery is set to punt again. It's on allocation from, yes, the Chiefs. Kansas City must have chartered a plane. What do they do to sit all these people over here?
Carl must know what he's doing.
Certainly is. He's come over too. It was at the World Bowl Championship game last year. Many executives from the National Football League will be here when the game is played in June. This year, it'll be played in Frankfurt. The Galaxy would like nothing more than to be the host team in that game. Gallery. Toward the sideline, Sanford pushed out of bounds with 1 second showing. And as you see, a flag has been thrown as well.
By the location, I'm going to guess someone released early downfield from the kicking team.
And now Kirk Dorney. Been over here for a couple of weeks. Each crew comes over for 3 and 4 week assignments, or 3 and 4 game
Ineligible
assignments.
Receiver downfield prior to the kick, number 86 of the kicking team. The penalty is declined. First down.
86, Vernon Hippler, released early. There's Werner, former San Diego Charger. Under Bobby Ross, that group was out in California.
Let's go victory offense on one. Ready? Victory offense, they're going to just take a knee.
And we'll take it on into halftime.
They don't have a man on the field that can put it deep enough against these guys right now. So this is a smart play by Scotland.
For the Scottish Claymores.
Blue 88, hut.
Mistakes in the first quarter. Put them in a deep hole. They're trying to battle their way out with a half a football remaining. 24 unanswered points. The big bang of the Galaxy. They lead now by 10. 24-14. We are at halftime. NFL Europe from Murrayfield. We're underway here in the second half. The Claymores will own the football first, spinning, going down Damon Gibson. And in the first 2 quarters here, the turnovers, a major difference in this game.
Tremendous. You can't win football games if you're going to give the ball to the other team. And especially when Scotland has done it in such poor areas, such as deep in their offensive, or the other team's offensive end zone.
Yeah. Their side of the field. And now Kevin Daft, who had started the game. Marcus Grandel played in the second quarter.
Kevin started hot, but kind of cooled off towards the end. We'll see where he picks it back up.
First snap of the second half. Stecker had 10 carries for 9 yards. And here we'll lose a couple. Knocked down by Quincy Coleman, and there too is the defensive end, David Holscher, former Washington Redskin, number 91.
Little breakdown by Scott Cooper on the outside here. You can't see him in the isolation, but you're going to see Stecker on the counter play break it to the outside, and that's Cooper's man that turns him back towards the inside into the hands of David Holscher.
On a quick count, second down. Daft skips it up incomplete, throwing Damon Gibson's way, and again Coleman was there, number 29. Very solid at the outset defensively for Frankfurt.
3 X dagger special. 33 X dagger special. Trips left.
This is a situation you don't necessarily want to put Kevin Daft in right off the bat coming in from halftime. He's going to be a little bit cold. Maybe he won't have his rhythm yet. Now he's 3rd and 13 on the opening drive.
Against a 4-man rush. Daft bounces, down he goes, the 5th sack today. Level. And the punting unit is coming on. David Holscher knocked him down.
Good job by Holscher, just bull rushing Jason Tenner.
Frankfurt Galaxy 4 sacks in this game.
You know, I think Daft probably had time to get rid of the ball there. Exactly where he could have gone remains unknown, but he certainly had time at first.
Corey Ivy to field this John Ballantyne punt from his 26-yard line up to the 30, a return of 4. Pat Barnes has thrown 3 touchdowns. This is Ted White. Pick up the blitz. Tough catch made over the middle. Holding on. Stop made by McElmurray of Corey Thomas.
Those are those first quick options that Pat Barnes was talking about. This time Ted White was picking it up.
Three receiver set. And Michael Blair, we saw him break a 30-yard run at the end of the first half, kind of muscling his way inside here, and it's 3rd down.
Well, if they're going to run the ball in this formation, it's going to be 2nd and 1, and it's going to be back towards the tight end, which is exactly what they did. And got the chains moved.
And White.
Let's go.
For Ted White.
Galaxy right. 24 on 1. Right?
For Ted White, they're going to do a little bit more max protection this week. Their offensive, or rather, Dick Curl was saying last night.
Four, Ted. Lose, team, lose,
Up to the 44-yard line. And taking some early clock away. Eaton clock just a little bit early here. He's trying to establish a ground game on
this is
Jen Kreiner.
2 runs in 1 drive.
Stop
by Frankfurt today. That's a little different from the first half.
Certainly is. In this league primarily, it's a passing league. Claymores are the exception to that. 2nd down. Bootleg. Play action. And under pressure, he unloads. The flag is thrown. Incomplete. Thrown in the direction of which that pass was heaved by White. Flag in the secondary. And again, Kurt Dordet.
I'm going to guess defensive holding. He beat me to it. When you've got a bootleg like this, sometimes the receiver
holding defense number 54. That's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
That's going to be Phil Glover. Phil Glover. What he was probably on that play is he was lined up on the tight end that was faking blocking down and then getting out into the route on the bootleg. Glover probably grabbed him because he knew he was out of position, maybe threw him to the ground or something. That's when the flag comes out.
Moore's defense. The penalty and the mistake. That's the first down now near midfield. And movement up front. Prior to the snap of the ball for the second time in this game, Jay Haygood jumps the snap count. Big tackle, and it's tough to miss a guy better than 300 pounds, as tall as Jay is.
He doesn't make slight movements, does he?
No, he doesn't.
No. He is a big boy out there.
False start, offense number 77, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
You know, they list him in the program at 310.
Not a chance.
Yeah. You see him right here. He's just going to ride up. Whoops. And yep, Mario Bailey, too, in the slot, gave a little head fake.
He's probably watching Jay. If he's going, I'm going too.
Exactly.
Against the blitz. And he overshoots Todd Floyd. Floyd crossing at the 42-yard line. See the strength of that arm.
Hey, he threw that off his back foot. He was still leaning back. It's like when a pitcher throws a baseball, he comes through the ball. Well, Ted White did just the exact opposite. He threw off his back foot there, and he still put it on a rope 20 yards down the field.
Head coach Dick Curl says, with Ted White's mechanics, we work on a different element every day. One step, perhaps it's throwing off the back foot today, trying to improve on that. Come on the front foot. Stepping up and throwing under pressure, and he has the first down to Mario Bailey. Mario Bailey on the receiving end for the first time this afternoon. The league's leading receiver has his first catch of the game.
You know, he's a guy that isn't real excited about the career records he's been setting. He really wants these single season records. He was talking last night, and he was much more emphatic last night than he ever has been before about the fact that this may be his last year over here.
See, this season alone, the numbers is massive. Mario Bailey in his 6th year. White's arm was hit as he released the pass intended for Thomas.
Scotland brought the blitz up the pipe, and that's what you're going to have to do against his offense, is try and get to the quarterback quick.
It's a penalty marker down. Pushing and shoving after the play was whistled dead.
Look between Marcus Ray and Jay Haygood.
Thomas Hofbar is the head linesman, and our umpire there, Kirk's talking to, is Richard Hall. Both NFL officials in Ottawa.
Unsportsmanlike defense number 29, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Marcus Ray. And that's a huge penalty.
And again, from Michigan, though this time we're not nearly as proud.
Mace Blue. Well, where they mark this now, you have a first down at the 24-yard line. So a penalty-aided drive. And a game that Frankfurt now really break open. Here comes Blair. He can't get through that arm tackle. And dropped. Holding on Noel Scarlett. Wrap him up. A pretty strong guy to hold on to Michael Blair at 240.
Knowles had himself a pretty good game today. Had a big important sack, made a couple good tackles here.
Frankfurt fans come from Germany, made the trip. Edinburgh, perhaps to go see the Edinburgh Castle. And this game,
blitz
is coming in the grass. That'll count as a sack. And a penalty marker down as well.
Penalty markers are down in the area that the offense probably was not set on this play.
And again, Kurt Dorner in a busy third quarter for him.
Blair's limping off the field, too.
Off goes the running back in Michael Blair. Intended to.
As well as he's played for them today, that's someone they really...
Prior to the snap, offense, number 76, false start, 5-yard penalty, still second down. Would the timer please put 7 seconds on the clock? The clock should read 9:32.
Saleh Isaiah is the offensive lineman, number 76, as the tape is being cut off right cleat of Michael Blair.
A little bit of noise.
Second down. White under pressure. Jump ball. Pulled in by Justin Swift. But Ted White
Fumble, I think.
paid a punishing price. Just getting up in the backfield. Confusion whether he was down when the ball came loose with Swift. Jump ball down there. The Claymores say we have it. You see Todd Floyd pointing toward the ground. Down on contact. Claymores need a turnover. Balance this. It'll belong
Looks
to
like the offense is
Galaxy.
still on the field, though.
Kind of a lull here in the third quarter, isn't it?
After such an exciting
Progress
first
was
half.
ruled on the play. It's 3rd down.
White got planted that time as well.
Right now, I would not be surprised if we
We
saw.
got Galaxy right. Galaxy right. 8-7 Jets on 1.
Okay, Jets. I think this is what they're going to send all 3 receivers down into the end zone on this one.
It's Corey Thomas, Bailey, and Todd Floyd atop your picture, the running back Blair. Check that Norman Miller. Great effort to get to him. Around the outside, Glover along with Chris Ward coming, or Antonio Dingle around. And they drop him.
This is the big defensive stand that Scotland needed right now if they're going to try and get back into this ball game. The pressure this time is not necessarily created by the blitz, but by the straight rush. Chris Ward coming right over the top of Jay Haygood.
Chris Ward, get credit, what it would be his 5th sack of the season. That's a game face out of Tom Tonsula.
There's coach.
Defensive line coach, under the employ of Jim Kreider. He houses this team in Glasgow, about a 40-minute drive from here rather than in Edinburgh, and they will play their last 2 home games of the year over in Hampden Park, the home of Scottish soccer. This will be their last game this season here at Murrayfield.
I think this is a fantastic facility.
Has a flavor perhaps of Irving, Texas, doesn't it, a bit?
With the open, halfway closed roof,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Same
Hey,
color
Thank
scheme.
goodness it
Let's
doesn't
get
have
our
artificial
composure
turf,
now.
though.
Like Marcus Ray, that shit can't go. I know, coach.
Unleash the Hounds. Hounds have been dominated. Caged today, muffled somewhat.
Well, they've stepped it up at the end of this drive. You know, it's kind of a bend, don't break defensive theory, always has been for Scotland.
Barcelona next week. Jack McNeil, Barcelona Dragons fire breathing now. They have won their last 2. To Amsterdam, Rhine Fire here, and they'll close it out in Spain.
It certainly doesn't get any easier. Everyone right there is within 1 game of each other.
Yeah, everybody
So,
on that schedule believes they're going to go to the World Bowl. They're going to win out. Hyman. The long field goal try will be short from 47. Did not have a chance. Really did not hit it well. We are in the
By
third
rule,
quarter.
the ball will be returned to the spot of the
24-14
kick. Timeout.
Neither team added any more to their score in the rest of the third quarter, so let's pick up the action at the top of the 4th.
Down to throw. Incomplete. Failed to connect with Damon Gibson. And Coleman was there defensively.
You got to come underneath them.
They had what they wanted on that play. They had an isolation with Gibson and the linebacker. Pressure up the middle, picked up nicely. Gives him a great throwing lane right there. He had the ISO on Quincy Coleman.
Wanted to become inside Coleman. Instead he went behind him.
Put
Now
the
it's
ball in
secondary.
Stecker's hand. Put the ball in Stecker's hand on this play.
Yeah, to the end around. And Gibson, who slips, is run down from behind. And it's 3rd down. Chased down by Henry Taylor. Big tackle chasing a Fleeter wide receiver.
I like the idea, 1st down, take a shot to the end zone. You normally don't throw the ball on 1st down, but at this point,
We're going to go deuce right.
Your second
zip,
11.
25 tiger shallow cross switch on 1.
25 tiger cross shallow switch.
Set, blue 88.
It's obviously going to be a throw.
Blue 88, hut.
Sellers balances the field. Now,
Sellers.
into the end zone. Sellers snares it and holds on for the touchdown. Touchdown, Donald Sellers. He is back for the Claymores, and so is Scotland in this football game. With the extra point, the Claymores are back within a field goal, and the man Jim Kreiner brought back to Scotland to spark his team, has brought him back this afternoon.
The oomph they needed.
As the oomph comes from number 4 in Donald Sellers. It was a nice catch, too, over the middle.
On that play, they bring Sellers in motion across the middle, and what the switch is the tight end's going to run the out route, and you bring the wide receiver across the middle. There he is. Normally, you'd think the tight end would come down the middle. You're going to see it, but the switch route is right there. They bring the X who went in motion back across the middle. Good play calling. And that's why they brought Donald Sellers back, because they didn't have anyone that could run that route for them right now.
Sellers either a bit gassed or maybe his nose bloodied on that hit. And Kevin Daft has fired his second touchdown pass, and it's touchdown Scotland, and 14 unanswered to battle back at Murrayfield. It's trailed 24-7 in this football game.
Right now, this is what Dick Curl was talking about before the game. Right now, Frankfurt has to sell their soul. They have to lay it out, to use a cliche, lay it all out on the line right now. You've only got one shot right now.
What is the line from the John Feinstein book? Bobby Knight is over here golfing right now in Scotland. This is a season on the brink for the Galaxy. With 15 minutes to go. And here comes Jimmy Cantaloupe. Out to the 40-yard line. Lieutenant Jim Cantaloupe, graduate of West Point. Ben Snell on the special teams tackle. And in overtime, field goal by Jared Holmes of 52, the four-pointer. Berlin has upset Galen Hall's Rhine Fire 25-21. Take a look at how that affects this league.
Parity.
Rhine Fire with their second loss. How large is a Scottish Claymore comeback victory today? They would tie for first place in this league.
Or if they come up short, that's a four-way tie for second.
Corey Thomas holds on. Marcus Ray on the stop. So a lot at stake here. Week number 6 of NFL Europe.
Get up and get set on quick. Galaxy left 24. Full call on quick, right? Galaxy left 24. I think in the Frankfurt offense, 24 is going to be a running play to the right.
And on first down. Trying to catch Claymores unsettled defensively. Matt Finkus, man in the middle, on the stop of Pat Barnes.
Matt Finkus is a guy that Pat Barnes is going to focus on right now when he's throwing the ball, because he thinks Matt's drops from middle linebacker when he reads pass and he's not on the blitz is a little bit too deep. They're going to have the underneath routes.
860 speedy on one-on-one, right? Right out.
Between Finkus and John Hess. Nice linebacker tandem. There is Finkus. Barnes down the middle. Incomplete.
Good coverage by Finkus that time. Looked to be a little bit of confusion on both sides of the football there.
Now second down. But the quarterback will tell his teammates, my fault, your fault. Here, I'm sorry. He's done that a couple times we've seen today. I'm sorry. I overthrew you. I overshot you. Don't worry about it. It's my fault.
But it's a quarterback. He'll never take too much blame.
No.
And I don't blame the guy.
Like an offensive lineman. He has time, but unable to hold on Corey Thomas. Juggled it, and Blaine McElmurray finally knocked it from his grasp. He's running between the hashes.
That's typical. That play right there is almost typical of the Frankfurt year. The ball's on target. The play didn't finish. They haven't been able to finish the entire year right now. There's Thomas, the inside receiver. Great move. Couldn't put the ball away. Just when the bad breaks happen, that would have been a first down, would have been a very big first down, would have put them in field goal position at least.
Yeah. Now third down. Barnes deep down the sideline, a flag thrown behind the play. It's incomplete, intended for Mario Bailey, and the flag is 25 yards away. Blackwell was defending Bailey.
I thought that was a great play by Blaine McElmurray. That's the first time I've seen the safety get over the top and help that deep route on the outside.
Buddy Horton to the right of your screen through the flag.
I think we're going to see a hold defensively somewhere else in the backfield.
It was not around that
no,
the end of the
it's
play.
More towards the middle of the field.
Here's Kirk.
Holding, defense number 40, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
What a huge call that is. Then fourth down. Early Tarver, number 40 here.
He's over the top
inside.
of Thomas. See, he had his jersey the entire way. You just can't do that. You're allowed to chuck within 5 yards, and if you keep front contact, you can hold on to it. But as soon as he gets by you, you got to let go.
That is a first down. After the defense almost had a stop, and Barnes goes back to work and throws this time again for Thomas, and it's incomplete in front of Blackwell. Another flag is, but this is along the line of scrimmage here.
Again,
you got 22 men moving simultaneously. You got a lot going on. As they look to sort it out.
Corey.
Field judge there, Bobby McGrath. The head linesman, the HL to the right of your screen, Thomas Hoffbar.
Now Frankfurt's backing up like it's on them.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 80, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
See again, Corey Thomas has got to watch the football instead of listening to the quarterback.
Mistakes. You see that Dolphin, that Dolphin logo, Chan Gailey.
Who?
Perhaps watching today, his new offensive coordinator, former head coach of the Cowboys, now moving to Miami.
I'd be real happy with his receiving production.
Tipped to the line of scrimmage, nearly intercepted. But Matt Finka's first play of the game. Ball was in and out of his hands. Had a chance at a pick. And here again for Matt, who had an interception in the first meeting between these two teams.
This play, they're going to slip the running back out underneath. All three wide receivers are clearing out for him back over to the left side. That was a good play by Tovo to get up, get in the way of that ball possibly being delivered.
Give credit to number 91 to Tovo.
Come back.
Second and long. They have to drive the ball inside the 35-yard line.
Big defensive stand.
Late fifth rusher. And again, a tough grab by Todd Floyd, a yard shy of midfield. You need a tough catch. Throw it Floyd's way. The confidence he must have in the eyes of Pat Barnes.
You know, Pat really likes Todd Floyd, and they threw the ball early to Todd Floyd. And they were saying last night, not only was Mario Bailey, but Pat Barnes also, we get a couple early balls to Floyd, and he's going to have the confidence the rest of the day that we can throw anything to him.
Big game for Todd Floyd today. 100-yard receiving day, comes out wide to the near side. Third down, though, and needing a yard. Lot in the box, play action. Barnes, Swift. First down, 21-yard line.
That was the naked boot again.
Chris Bay on the stop.
They call it a naked because there's no one out in front of the quarterback. You're going to see Pat Barnes fake the handoff and then come all the way around out here unaided by anyone. That's the naked part of it. They're leaving him on an island like that. Justin Swift just pretended to block down for a second on the defensive end and then released. Good play calling.
2 completions now, Matt. He's moved 27 yards in the last 2 snaps. Cutting back Norman Miller. And Hickey snapped back, hitting the mask. Blackwell on the tackle.
Play that started right, cut all the way back behind the 3 wide receivers, and if you look, a couple of them were kind of standing there and didn't expect it to come back to them.
That elbow has been bleeding since the first quarter.
Here we go, over right. I tell you, it just needs to rub a little dirt in it.
24 naked slam on one-on-one, right?
Okay, this is the play they just ran.
Cross, how we run it?
To Justin Swift, I think. They're doing it out of a little bit different formation, so they're going to fake the handoff.
If it comes this way.
To the right. Fake the handoff, naked boot. There goes the tight end.
For Floyd. And it's picked off. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, deadlocked in the fourth quarter means overtime, so let's pick up the action with the Galaxy's first possession.
And here we go. Both teams will have an opportunity to possess the ball at least once. And it's Jim Cantaloupe. The fine return out across the 25, close to the 30-yard line for Cantaloupe and company.
That's a good return for him. They've been kicking away from Ivy all day long, and understandably so. As soon as Corey's got his hands on the ball, he's been pretty dangerous.
All right, here we go. Right out. 960 X choice on one-on-one, right? Bash.
X choice. That's going to give Todd Floyd the choice of his route. Nope.
Five-man rush. Barnes gets it away, juggled, and then incomplete. Nearly had it. McElmurray was there defensively for the Scottish Claymores. Usually Todd Floyd's sure-handed, nearly came up with the grab. Now second down. First time this season that either Curl or Kreiner's clubs have been into overtime. Of course, Digital trying in a 4-game losing skid.
Here comes Todd Floyd on what they called the X choice, unless they changed it at the play. We couldn't quite tell. Just a simple square. Great read by Dwan Hawthorne, and then a great breakup by Blaine McElmurray.
Down the middle. And held on to this time. Ran it from the other side, Matt. Other side of the field, just flopped the formation, and Floyd snares it, has a gain of 14.
Here's Dwan up on Hawthorne again. It's virtually the same route. This time, the ball's a little bit in front of Floyd, and he comes down with it.
Just about Floyd, he may be the league player of the week this afternoon today. Wade Wilson, our podcast associate, building those stats for us. Barnes back this way to Mario Bailey. Jutting down the sideline. Staying inbounds all the way down to the 20-yard line.
You know, he talked last night that there was no way they could keep up with him all day long. At some point in time, Mario Bailey was going to break loose, and there it was.
A gain of 29. Biggest gain of the day for Bailey. Mario, the all-time leading receiver in the history of the franchise, and he leads this league this season in both catches and yards. Huge play this afternoon. They're back within field goal range in overtime. Barnes in the pocket. Incomplete. Over the middle, going to guess who? And Floyd.
Tim Floyd on
I guess
the square.
The Claymores know they're coming. You know, what play is coming?
That was a good read by McElmurray again to break up that pass. They're running Mario Bailey on the corner route and then bringing Floyd underneath that, trying to create almost a pick. Like a pick in basketball, rub a man off.
Mike Ricky, 50. Set to 5. Watch 29. Move,
Barnes steps up, throws, and Floyd another tremendous catch. Those long arms, so lanky.
Well, he's Floyd, you know, is listed at 6'3", and then you run through the Scotland defensive backfield.
Plays bigger, doesn't it?
He plays taller end. You'll see him come from the left hand of the screen here. McElmurray takes a deep drop. This time, because of where the ball was delivered, he didn't get a chance to break up this play like he did the last couple times. That was a good job by Pat Barnes stepping up and delivering the ball in there.
Moore's defense. How do you defend that? Talented, promising guy. Inside. Wrapped up. Pile drive. That was Jabbar Thrigs who had him. Jabbar's a strong guy out of Michigan State.
He had him in a big way. You see him pick his feet up off the ground on that play?
There we go. Left out, 24 naked slam on one-on-one, right?
This is the play that's been so effective for him. This is going to be, they're going to fake the handoff to the right. Quarterback's going to wheel out to the left on a naked bootleg. You'll see the tight end block down and come out in a pattern.
It was intercepted the last time they ran it. The end zone. Sets up here. Look at all those blue jerseys. He's all the way back to the 25-yard line. Barnes throws for the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown by Mario Bailey. The extra point by Clydeman, very important. Good. The kickoff by Clydeman. This is Sanford.
Big return.
And Sanford is out across the 40. Up to the 42-yard line.
Very important kick return for Scotland right there. Them being able to start with the ball on their own 42 opens up their offense.
And who started this game, Kevin Daft on allocation from the Tennessee Titans.
Take it down, fellas. We're going to go straight right, 7 counter boot, wide trail on 1.
Let's take
They're
it
going to
down.
run the counter boot, a play action.
What touchdown passes of his own.
Blue 88, hut.
Play action.
Nothing.
Scrambling now. If he fumbles, if they fail to convert on downs, they fail to pick up a first down, this game is over, and the Galaxy have won, and it's Preston on the stop this time.
Regular.
11 on borrowed time now. They must score.
Go. Time, coach.
Every down is important for Scotland right now. They have to get positive yards. Don't have to get it all right now, but get a chunk of it.
Blue 88, hut.
Here comes pressure.
Good
He got it
protection.
away. Throwing to Sellers. Down he goes, and a flag follows. Pass interference will be called at the 23-yard line. With 5:40 remaining. Intended target, Don Sellers.
In that case, is just as good as a completion.
Yeah, that'd be about a 35.
Pass interference,
Yard penalty.
defense number 20.
Kevin Brooks.
Penalty at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
Their corner, gliding with Sellers.
There's Sellers, the deep threat. What they're going to say here is the defensive back started running into him before he started looking back for the ball. Once he starts looking back for the ball, it's okay for them to bump a little.
You see his right arm? If he put that arm out, it'd be an arm bar.
Yep.
And that, by definition, will draw a contact. Will draw a flag. 35-yard penalty in effect. Big break, Snell. Snell to the 10, the 9-yard line with Aaron Stecker out injured. Snell with a clutch run, and it's 1st and goal on Snell's run of 14 yards.
Here they're going to lead with the off guard and the fullback.
Here we go.
Snell's going to break it outside, turn his shoulders down low. He's a big load. You know, he goes well over 200 pounds, and that's a big load when he turns his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage.
Set. Blue 88. Blue 88, hut.
Daft throws, caught, Sellers, an extra point away from a tie game. Sellers' second touchdown reception.
I think he looked over at the Frankfurt sideline and said, Mario Bailey, look what I can do.
All-time leading receiver in the history of the Claymores matches Bailey.
They're calling timeout. They might be going for 2.
Now, after this point, the reason he's doing it, no longer have the right to possess the ball once. Yeah, they're going to go for 2. Let's listen in.
See, it's all or nothing right here is what it comes down to. The way they move the ball against us, I think maybe that might be our best bet.
Just under 5 minutes.
Give me the defense. Give me Murrow.
Going to ask him if he can stop Frankfurt. You go for 1 or 2. It's dependent on whether or not Kreiner believes his defense can stop the Galaxy.
Merle, the way he's throwing the ball, I'm thinking it's all or nothing right here.
Okay.
You know, we could tie it, got 4 minutes to play, try to hold him, get the ball back, try to get a field goal.
Let it go.
Or, huh?
Go for it.
You mean go for it? All right, Raider.
You heard the defensive coordinator telling the head coach to go for it.
Wait. You know what? We don't have both tailbacks. You know what? We put Donnie in there.
Now you have a personnel issue
put
because
Donnie in
Aaron
at tailback
Stecker.
and tell him where, huh? I'll play fullback. Okay, who takes your place then?
Aaron Stecker is hobbled. You have personnel issues.
Not cheap. Yeah, it is. Okay, shift Amsterdam.
We can call another timeout.
What?
We can call another timeout.
Yeah.
Smart play by Kevin
No,
Daft.
we can't.
You cannot
Shift
call
Amsterdam.
back-to-back
Shift
timeout.
Amsterdam.
Okay.
Even with personnel issues, they're going to go ahead and run it.
They're going to go run it. But it was Kevin Daft that earlier brought up to the coach we only have one tailback.
Who's in for Ben? You're shifting to the left.
I'm going to the left.
Okay, you shift to the left too. Here we go.
Tremaine Allen wearing number 42.
On the audible.
And it's all
25.
or nothing. Jim Kreiner's own words, and now Frankfurt is going to say timeout.
There's that second timeout they needed to work out these personnel issues.
Let's come across to this side of the field and get a defensive perspective.
Who's not
Coach
cheering for? Who's not cheering for?
You got it. Right?
And I'm in for Stacker, and I'm coming to the slot on the left.
You're off the ball.
Right.
You're going to the left. 25 protect.
Got it.
All right.
You got it. I'm going to go tell him.
Yeah. Go.
Tremaine Allen, coach telling him where he needs to be. Meanwhile, Dick Curl on the other side has his defense huddled up around him. And it comes down to one play, a 2-point conversion try. If he's able to pull this off, Jim Kreiner owns a share of first place in NFL Europe with 4 games to go. That's what he's playing for now in overtime.
Go get that bitch.
Football players call this gut check.
Shift Amsterdam.
Say again?
Audible.
It's loud in here.
Gut check time.
Exactly. Hey, this is what Dick Curl was talking about. Who's going to sell their soul?
Set! Blue!
Throwing, floating, incomplete. The 4-game losing streak is over. The Galaxy have won for the first time since opening day in overtime.